Well, sirs, it's a big pleasure for me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Marc Mundet. I am a sport journalist from Barcelona. I've been covering basketball since 2000. In fact, really, 1994 when I was a kid. But I've covered international basketball, NBA Finals, All-Star Weekend, World Cups, EuroLeague Final Fours, ACB playoffs, Kings Cups, everything in world basketball. And I was very interested to explain and tell you a story to my listeners in Spain. I work for the main radio station in Barcelona area, as I told you by email. RAC-1 has around 1 million, a little bit less, in fact, 950 listeners per day. And because your visit next week to Badalona to play against Juventud, we were interested a lot to talk with you and explain what's the situation of Prometei. And I think it's a big opportunity to discover the situation in your country in terms of basketball, because that's what we are talking about, and knowing that it's not how to say it, impossible to hide in the current situation right now. So let me say it's a big pleasure to join with you in this conversation, and I have a lot of questions for you in terms of explain your story.
Okay, thanks for coming, and we're ready to answer any of your questions and give you the truth. What was the promise? We just will tell you the truth.
Okay, sir. First of all, I would like you just to know your story. You are, I guess, a very youth club with a short history, but full of success history. What's the roots, the origins of a club like Prometei is?
Now the story, it's too easy because it's not like you said, you almost 30 or 40 years doing that basketball stories. We're just much younger, and like 5 years ago, one of my probably employees come in and said she playing in volleyball in a national team, and only one who was on that Olympic Games after the Soviet Union destroyed. And she's coming and said, Vladimir, are you interested to invest in volleyball? You know, first of all said, no, I don't know what is that. I don't know how that works. But later on, we start to build new arena with the government. Again, we was as general contractor. And we start to think, if we build that arena, why we cannot create the new team? And that was how that started. And my partner who built with me that arena is a small arena for like 1,000 people only for the, and my partner said, Vladimir, I'm playing national team in national Ukrainian team in basketball. His name Pavel Chukno. And he said, why you go with volleyball? Let's go with basketball. And this is how it started. And we said just 1 month left before the regular season coming, and nobody take us to Super League. We're going to the second level High League, and pretty fast find some Ukrainian players, invite 2 American guys. It was unusual to High Leagues. And we win the High Leagues, and after that we go to the Super League. And then this is how the story, and we start to invest more and more time, money, open a basketball academy. 2 years ago, we start to build the new arena for training for another 1,500 people. It was private without the government. We invest our own money. And after the war, on February 24th, we'll finish it. During even 2 months, we'll finish it, our arena to academy. And right now, more than 100 kids start to play even during the war. We're not stopping to work with basketball with the kids. We got the academy started 3 years ago for the big guys, like 16, 18. And right now we got the kids from 5 years old to up to the 17 years old. And we try to build not only the history, we try to build something big one, how we can help all Ukrainian kids to find the solution. And a lot of families and parents from all Ukraine start to bring out the kids. The biggest problem wasn't 10 million Ukrainians left after the start of the war. And we got like 25% Ukrainian go over the Ukraine and right now live in Europe, and most of that women who take all of the kids. The men stay and control the situation in Ukraine and continue to the war with that Russian fucking thing. But all of the ladies and moms and our sisters, our wives will take the kids and go there. Same time, my family, my wife, my kids, and my partners, my directors who invite us on that, all our families stay in Ukraine. We just strong believe because people look in us. If I'm here, most of them feel much more comfortable. Just ask more questions and we just
sure. I'll do it easy. My biggest question is how did you do to play basketball, to play professional basketball in times of war? You got the inscription in Latvia. You left the country to continue your job as a professional basketball club. How did you do to keep going your duty in basketball, basically?
Sometimes I think just because I'm stupid, sometimes because I'm crazy. But honestly,
because it's not easy. It's not easy for sure.
No, they honestly, after that happens, nobody believed the Russians will start the war with us. You know, a lot of our families, we just stay together. I'm studying Russia personally 40 years ago. Nobody believes it can happen between these two countries because it's too much close things, and we not understand even right now why they're doing that. On the time it happens on February 24th, we playing in League of Champions and playoffs. And that time, you know, just we're sitting at home. I remember pretty well. We're sitting at home. It's a lot of Russian troops all around the Kyiv, around the Chernigov, around the Dnipro, around the Kharkov. It's all of the, they was everywhere. And I'm sitting and honestly crying and think with my wife, my kids, and just got 3 young kids, 3 to 8 years old. We're sitting all, and I'm find out I cannot watch on the basketball. I not even can concentrate on basketball. I watching and I'm crying and I thinking about families, about all of the bombing. It was crazy time. It was unbelievable. We just wake up in the morning like we saw in films before. We wake up in the morning just because the bombing all of our cities. It was crazy. And we stopped it. And then we stopped the playing League of Champions, and I sent the letter, said, guys, sorry, we cannot play just because all of our things with our army, with our families. And it was like 2 months. Even like I remember middle of April, maybe end of the April, some of the coaches start to call and say, Vladimir, just right now the Russians gone from around the Kyiv. Did you think even continue with the basketball and volleyball? Because we got the biggest volleyball team, and I'm honestly just national team of volleyball team of Ukraine. It's what we paying their money because no money right now to the going overseas to play, to pay rentas, to everything. And this is what we first time start to thinking, and probably like start of the end of the April, first days of the May, I talked to my partner, to Pavel Chikhnoi, and said, Pasha, look, I got the great ideas with how the volleyball team's playing right now. We go to Praga. We got some friends who said we can do it, and they invite our teams, and we can play the championate in Praga. What do you think if we can start with the basketball? He said, but just in end of the February, when the time we stop it, how we can find the players, how we can find the coaches. And I said, then no, Nana never can give up. Nana send me the messages every other weeks, and they ask how the family, how's everything, if you guys still alive, if any help. And I said, let's call the Nana. If Nana said he's okay, probably I can start talk to the partners overseas who can continue to invest the money on that project. And because, like my friends, and I'm always said, if we lose our sports and our culture, we're not anymore the country. Don't matter what war or not, just the war in our situation is horrible. But if we lose our sport, we lose in our country, it's no more Ukraine. It's all about.
Do you feel you have a responsibility in terms of to keep the moral up to the people of Ukraine? You have had to continue your job as a basketball club just to keep your country or to give to your people an illusion to keep going on.
Absolutely. This is the main idea was, if we can play and we got the support and we can show to our peoples, in our company, it's more than close to 10,000 people working for us, and 528 guys right now in the front of the war. And I'm calling, we continue to talk, and they said, Vladimir, if any chance, we can sit there and see the basketball in our phone, in our TV, in our computer is helping us. We can beat them. We can stay alive, and just please. I got so much support from friends, from partners, from fanatics, and everybody believed just we need to stay. This was tough decision, not only the money-wise, because of the business going down during the war, and understandable. But I got so much support from partners overseas in Ukraine, and everybody said, "You're crazy, but if you will do that, it's unbelievable." And I got support from administration, from city, from the state, from the government. Everybody said, "Any help, what we can do, you have to understand that's really hard, and we understand we need to move to Poland, to Latvia, or Lithuania. And the first of all, we sent to move to Lithuania, but all Latvia guys give us so much support and give us all of the green line, and that's why we go there. And yeah, definitely, absolutely. Just to show to we alive.
And I'm a lucky guy. I'm 44. I always have lived in democracy here in Catalonia. I've never lived in a so difficult situation that it's the war. But how difficult is for a businessman like you, for a sportsman, for us, your employees are, to have this responsibility under a huge pressure like is a war?
I don't know, just problem. The biggest problem, or maybe even not the problem, and biggest things for we're so emotional. Yeah, we probably like Spain guys. We're still emotions. We live emotions. We not live like you have to long time sit and thinking. The only what I'm long time sit and thinking if I can afford that, because the Prometei never got late payments for anything, for the salaries or for the rentas, and it's always I'm said to my partners, guys, if you have no money, don't even think that started. And this was a little bit biggest problem, because I understand how we can bring the money. I'm not understand how we can bring them to Europe. Because we need to move the team, we have to move the management. We have no apartments because we built it here in Ukraine, like 50 apartments where all of the players live in. We built the 2 courts where we can play in training. And to move to other country, even you got the good friends or good people over there, it's a lot of questions how you guys will do it. And the biggest question is how you can pay, how you can move the money. And the greater things, I got a lot of partners from Europe, all of them around, and they said, don't worry, we will send all of that money, we can solve the problems. And this was tougher things, but the biggest things for me was, I said, if Nana will go with us, I will go. If he said no, I will not go this year, maybe we'll go a year later.
And mentally, because I remember in February the 24th, Ukrainian national team was in Spain playing in Cordoba, a game against Spain. And I remember pretty well the face of Artyom Pustovoy, former FC Barcelona, playing very serious, of course, in a very concerned times. My question is, how is the spirit of the players? Are they able to play basketball thinking in what's happening at home? Because I'm not able to imagine that, but it must be very, very, very difficult for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exactly what you said, what you think on Pustavo or any other guys, because the guys living with the national team, and here stay all of their families, kids, wives, parents. It's a lot of bonding during the 4 days, a lot of the moving, and they call me and say, Vladimir, can you take my wife and send her immediately over in Europe? Can you do that and that? And just parents, it was horrible. The guys even can play well. And we understand that, like I said, even I believe I'm a so strong man, but just like 2 weeks, I'm just sitting, I don't know what happens, what we have to do. But we are still there, close to families, and we make the decision very fast and think. But the guys who play there, most of them even can't play. One of the guys, I don't want to say his name, he's Vladimir, I cannot play. I'm not moved with the national team because all of my things, all of my thoughts with my wife and my young kid, and they stay there. And it was absolutely horrible. It's truth. They cannot even think about the basketball. Right now, it's everything better because we're much, much stronger right now.
How important was for Prometei to be accepted by EuroLeague basketball to playing in Europe? And do you feel as an ambassador of Ukrainian cause around the whole continent, the whole Europe? Do you feel as ambassadors of the story of the telling story what's happening right now? For example, doing this simple interview with me.
No, I don't know. I never think about that. We're just playing, we just living, we just staying. The EuroLeague was very important. You know, we sent 2 applications to League of Champions and to EuroCup. And decision for EuroCup is supposed to be 1 week before the decision on League of Champions. And Nana wants to be I'm telling this to the board, in EuroCup board, and we're not even expecting they will calling us, because they send application and they send all of the financial application, and we have to fill up a lot of paperwork. And we're telling the guys we need just a little bit more time because not even audit. I cannot do that during period of war right now in European audits. And we not believe they even talking to us. But one of the day, my director meeting is with us. He calls Vladimir, some of the board of EuroCup wants to talk. And I remember I was driving to Kyiv and I said, okay, put me on a Zoom. And the guys asking us like a little bit same like you are, okay, guys, during the war, how you will pay, how you will do, why you do that. It was 6 pretty well months, and I'm just so excited to speak with them. And only one thing I'm telling them, guys, we don't need money. We don't ask you anything except just please accepting us for our country, for our club. It's very important. I know how it's tough, and we're not probably ready to that step. But year ago, I and Nana and Pavel and Dmitry were sitting and talk. Okay, they said, what is your dream? I said, probably our dream to play league, EuroLeague. And I said, it's possible. We need to go through 7-10 years to come to that. I said, okay, but let's try it. And on the time Eurocup said, but what is your dream? We tell them the truth. Our dreams, even during the war and just right now, special to all of Ukrainian people, it's very important. It's more important than anything, because as a part of peace, part of something new, part of support from Europe, support from sport community. And we finished the Zoom, and I said, probably we not send all of the paperwork. We can't do that during the week or two, just we don't have probably time. And middle night, some of the friends from Spain called and said, guys, looks like you accept it. It was best time during the last year. It was it was unbelievable news, and we feel like we won all of them around the world. This is great news and unbelievable minutes. I'm not expecting, but we were so happy. And I called to Nana and said, okay, man, we can right now bring all of the players who are there. It was our dream, and dream it happens.
The season began in September. You are playing in Latvia. My question is, how is Prometei being received in the different foreign countries you have visited since the season began? Your perception of the crowd wherever you go, how are you received from the people where you go?
No, just if I understand right, the question just, yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. Just the Latvian, Estonian, they opened the door. They said, guys, any support, any help, whatever you need, just, and we got so much help from them. We immediately employed the manager from the Lithuania, and they got so great big community who help us around, and he can help. But like I'm saying, in Eurocup and all of the friends from all of Europe around, everybody helping us with that things. But same time, this normally it's like our business. We just immediately send our best management to Latvia, and we employ a couple the great guys who long time stay close to the basketball, and they help us to be there, just they invite all of the things. And if I understand right, it means we got all of them supported from Eurocup, first of all, like I'm saying, from the board, from all of the people, from the coaches, from the friends, from the administrations, and like I'm saying, Latvian, Lithuanian, Estonian, they all of them help us. And I don't know how to say, we never ask the money. The bigger things, like everybody said, oh, during the war, you have to ask the money, you have to cry because you got the problem. We never asked the money. We said, just please helping us to be invited during the process and helping us to be there. And it's very important to be part of the big basketball European family. And we got some questions between FIBA in Eurocup, because no much people like for we go to Eurocup and no go to the League of Champions. But honestly, all of the people around the Europe, we feel and we know, and we got a lot of support.
Let me ask you, how are your facilities in your hometown? Because Russian army is bombing, Russian army is attacking your country. I'm not sure what are going to find you when you come back home. For example, I saw some pictures, some photos of the former arena of Azovmash Mariupol. Azovmash Mariupol was the team who played against my hometown team during the FIBA Euro Cup 2007 final. I'm from Girona. I was shocked when I saw the arena completely destroyed.
Yeah, we it's like that. Nobody can understand why they do that, what they do. Like more than hundreds arenas during the Ukraine right now destroyed. Like you said, the Mariupol, and same thing happens in Kharkov. At the biggest arena in Kharkov, more than 3,500 people, they bombing. They bombing the pools, they bombing the arenas. It's hard to understand why they do that. They said because they think some of the people stay there, some of the troops stay there, but it's bullshit because everybody see it. It's horrible stuff. Like I've said, in October 10th, they bombed in Dnipro, where we stay, more than 10 shaheeds time, more than 10 different kind of bombing. And we sit under the ground, and we don't understand, like you said, if our arena, what we built it just a couple of months ago, if they stay alive or they destroy it. Finally, it's great it's still alive. Our academy continue to work. Like if you more than 8 months living with all of that bombing and all of that situation, you start to, just you're not feeling like people who stay over there. You just okay, it happens. We're going to the bomb to the under the ground, and after that we're coming back and continue to work. But it's unbelievable what the guys doing. They just destroying, and the biggest arena they just destroying, the bombing. We continue to work. It happens in Kyiv, it happens in Mariupol, it happens in Kharkov. So far,
it will take time to build back again.
Yes, 100%. I'm already working with the different paperwork. We start to be prepared to rebuild better and bigger and best one. Definitely, we will do that. We rebuilt all of the arenas what they destroyed. And this is what our president say. We got support from the government. After it's done, I'm sure some of the European friends, our investors, our private money, we will be invest a lot to rebuild all of this infrastructure.
I'm finishing. There's something even worse. That is human lives, basketball players. Because many of them, many of guys, of young kids who must be playing basketball, they are in army. Or not?
Honestly, as soon as it happens, most of them, like even the young kids who was with the national team, all of them was during that time overseas, in Europe and over the country, and most of them not coming back. Some of them immediately moving. It means most of the best players stay in Europe. This is all, I don't know if I can say that, but it's honestly most of them in Europe right now, in the United States, in Australia, they moving. And some of them stay there, but basically what I know is just a couple of them in army, but most of them, they play on different clubs. And this is the other biggest problem, because most of them young kids, very talented kids, most of the players, they play for the less money, but in Europe where there's not war. and we understand probably during the period of time we're losing them.
You are coming on Tuesday to Badalona. What do you expect?
No, I can't. No. I can't. I cannot move through the country because I can't leave the country. I'm responsible for a lot of things. Even with the war things, just I got too many wars here in. I'm a 57 years old. I can't move because I'm not 60 years old. I can't move even with my lovely team over there. I have to be here. Plus, like I said, a lot of people are expecting for him. If I'm here in Dnipro, everything will be well. If I'm moving, they look at me. If I'm moving, they will be think something wrong. No, I can't. I can't move.
Are you in Kiev?
No, I'm in Dnipro right now.
In Dnipro, okay. I
yeah, no. To the Kyiv, I'm moving every week because I have to talk to the government coming back. But I cannot leave Ukraine, and I'm never leaving Ukraine until the war is gone.
Okay. When is the war finish?
I truly believe with the help of Europe, United States, we much strong. Nobody know, and even I know. Somebody said in summer, but nobody say summer was the years. What I know, we 100% will win because we got support from most of the Europe, all of them Europe. What I truly believe, some of them maybe, but we got support from USA. We got support from all of the world around. And I truly believe no any Russians or anyone cannot, you cannot win from all the countries. You cannot win from all the world around. And we got our strong guys, we got our strong hearts, and I believe it can happen sooner or later. We really want to be sooner, but we never lose our nationality. We never will stop. I'm just, all of my guys ready. If I'm called right now and said, guys, coming back and we have to go to the front, and I'm sure everybody coming back. But everybody have to do what they doing their best. Some of them have to be troops, some of them have to be sportsmen, but we really much expect them from our boys. It's after we lose in Italy, I called them and I said, look, you can lose, but you cannot lose like that. Just all of the guys sitting there during the war, they watching us. They want to win. We need to win. But if we lose, and not like that, you cannot lose minus story and then just doesn't play at all. And he spoke with the guys, and next game we got great results. It means we need to win everywhere around the world. This is what we will do. But guys, with you, with Europe, with all of the support, I believe until the end of the summer, probably we can get this God, take him out from our countries, from our lands, and we will be winning. And we got peace and free and everything that happens. But it's all our dreams. Every day we're crying and dreaming. It's all what and working very hard to that happens.
Okay, Mr. President, it's been a big pleasure for me. It's a big honor for me. Let me say thank you for your time, for your words, for your warmth. I wish you the best. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay strong, as I feel you are. And let's play basketball for a long time.
I'm sure after the war we came to Barcelona and we can drink a couple colors of the wine, sure, and we can enjoy the life together. Thanks for you guys remember us, and thanks for this was surprise and shock for some of the Spain journalists will interviewing us. I think you guys thinking about us. It's great. It's great.
No, I think you have the opportunity to explain to the world as a sportsman what's happening in your country. When I saw that Juventud were playing against you, were playing with you during this Euro Cup, I thought, Mark, you have to interview them. You have to explain their story. You have to tell the world what's happening right now in Ukraine. I'm not a war correspondent. I'm a sports correspondent, but I feel as a human being that something horrible is happening over there.
We're the human beings, so we need to be. And then guys, it's not because of the wars only. Just pleasure, just thanks. We feel that support. Like I said, we feel the support in the war. Everything destroyed, everything bombing around, and we're still alive because in our hearts we know we got so much support. It's very important for the basketball community taking us. You guys even can't believe it, how it's important to all of the Ukrainians who sitting and watching and calling me after the games, like 1-2 hours. They just regular people calling and said, Vladimir, are you in Ukraine? Yeah, I saw that you guys playing there. God damn, this is what is life is. This is how we can stay strong. Thank you so much. Thank you for you talking to us.
Mr. President, again, I hope see you soon in Catalonia, into my country.
Yeah, as soon as I finish it, I'll go around the world in Europe and said everybody thank you.
As you see, the day is sunny over here, so I bring you the sun to Dnipro, and thank you very much for your help, for your time, and for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry for our English. Been a long time not practicing, but great. Thank you so much.